Okay, I better put this away. No, I'll put this away as well. But I'm not going to be going to anyone's house dressed as an elf or a French maid doing ironing or cleaning. I'm not particularly keen on ironing. Actually, I don't mind ironing. It's just putting the clothes away I don't like. Even when I was younger and living at home, if my mum didn't put the clothes away, I used to put them back in the washing basket because I couldn't put them away. I moved out when I was about 20. Sorry, Mum. And actually, my daughter did that back a few months ago. Said, Mum, I just put all the clothes you ironed back into the wash because you didn't put them in the wardrobe. Oh, what? She put them all back in the wash basket. So I do apologise to my mum all the time. Anyway, please do not do iron board surfing at home. You could break your ironing boards. It's also dangerous. Actually, I suppose you can't take me seriously with these on. I'm dressed like an elf. But seriously, especially my kids, please don't do it. That was mummy not setting a good example. But then again, I only climbed it on the piano back the other day because I've seen one of my children who climbed onto the wardrobe and jumped off the wardrobe. So it wasn't setting a good example for mummy, you know. So we've got to stop climbing and jumping off furniture. Furniture is to look at or to sit on or put stuff on and stuff like that. Whew, anyway, but the ironing is like something that can be enjoyable. You know, you can take selfies, so anyone could come over to my house and do Gwen-y-Iron, where you could say you've tackled it. Yes, and you can have a big mountain pile and you can stand there with the iron with steam coming out of it and you could find all my clothes. I will also say that my ironing board is broke, so I have bought myself an early Christmas present, which I haven't opened yet. It's still all wrapped up in the seal, the ironing board. It comes to something when you get excited about your Christmas present as an ironing board. Oh my gosh. But then again, I suppose as a kid you would have like irons and ironing boards. Well, I did have an iron and an ironing board. I never had a pushchair with dollies in because I didn't want that. So I ended up with a wheelbarrow instead because I wanted a wheelbarrow. So, and come to think of it, when I had my first child, they were in a three-wheeler. So I'd push them around in the three-wheeler. Look at my wheelbarrow. Sometimes I was like, my beautiful baby is in there. And it is a pushchair. Honest, it was. Definitely want a wheelbarrow, which I keep wanting to call it a wheelbarrow. Maybe it is barrow, I don't know, I get the words confused. I usually get the words confused with like saw and sword. Because I used to tell a story about how my grandparents met. Because my nan skagged her stockings on his sword. I always used to say sword, not saw. But it wasn't, it was his saw. Because he would leave it hanging around. And then my nan was walking past and she skagged her stockings. So then my granddad bought her 2 pairs of new stockings and asked her out on a date. And they got married. Bless them. You know, so I suppose the bickering just used to happen with my granddad leaving all his stuff lying around, you know, but whew, I'm getting really hot. But they were amazing though anyway, my grandparents, you know, so I remember they bought me a bicycle before it, and it was before Christmas or my birthday it wasn't, because I used to have a bike that was a silver bike with no brakes and saddle on. So they were like, oh, we'll buy you a bicycle, a new one. So I was like, oh yeah, great, I'll get a rally bike. Something. No, they made me buy a nice pink bike called Crystal, and it had a little bell on in a basket, and I really did not want that because I thought I'd look uncool on it trying to do stunts. Not as though I thought I was cool, but I didn't want a pink bike called Crystal. I did try and scrub Crystal off a few times, but it didn't come off. But they used to buy me great pens anyway, and yeah, I always like a nice writing pen. And actually the other day this guy wrote his number down on his card, and I was like, oh my God, he's got a fancy pen. So I don't know, maybe I just need a man, a nice pen and some nice ink flowing from it. I don't know. Whew. Anyway, I'm waffling away. My heating is on, I think, full blast, and I'm starting to sweat. And I've waffled on loads, I think. Sorry. Bye. Whew.